Yes, I am sweating. I got home and it was junk day, and I didn't get a chance to take some stuff out of the house, so I had to take some stuff out of the house. Until I sat down, and there's gonna be no intro for this. Until I sat down and yeah, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson will not be back in Philadelphia. And I know before we get into all this that the Eagles fans are going to implode. They're going to take it out on Howie Roseman. They're going to fight other fans. That's just what's going to happen. And Howie Roseman's a crappy GM, and all that stuff's going to happen. Okay. Things happen for a reason. We had an unbelievable year with Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. You give up 2 late draft picks, a mid to a late draft pick for him. 25 years old, and man, would have been a really, really nice piece. The signs were showing throughout the past day and a half. There was Instagram. His profile went from Eagles safety to NFL safety. A fan said, wherever you go, good luck. He retweeted it, then unretweeted it, and then literally 45 minutes ago to an hour ago, he literally just put up a video. I can't play the video because of copyright, but it was a whole entire really emotional video. I sat there pretty upset. And at the end of the video, pretty much I screenshotted the end of the video where he was saying peace to the camera, and it said, "Thank you, Philly." Yeah, it's shitty. It's horrible. I feel like crap. This really took me down a couple pegs. It kind of reminded me when we let go of Malcolm Jenkins a few years ago out of nowhere. And I remember I was working and it happened, and it felt like I got punched in the chest. And I feel like I got punched in the chest again. But with that situation, Malcolm, people thought he regressed, and, he gelled this defense together, and he wanted to get paid a little bit more money. We didn't give it to him. And people were mad at that. But this is a little different because how he makes a trade, I just don't like how you trade for a guy like this. And I understand if the market's like $20 million for a safety a year that he's not going to pay him. And I figured, if the tag wasn't going to happen, then something else, I figured there was a long-term deal getting done, because what I kind of saw throughout every Eagles free agent on defense, there was always rumors. There was rumors about Graham being with being interested by the Lions and the Browns, and Fletcher Cox with the Browns, and TJ Edwards and Kaiser. All these players, Bradbury to Arizona. There was rumors about all these defensive players. The only defensive player I didn't even hear about, the only defensive player I did not hear about was Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. Everyone's gonna be pissed off. I don't know what the plan is. I don't know. I don't know what other safety free agents that are out there. I don't know. I mean, it's not looking too great. They're gonna re-sign Brandon Graham apparently. Great, but re-signing an old player for $11 million for 2 years, $5.5 million a year is not expensive for a defensive end. But, you got to get youth on this team. And I understand, it's early. We still got free agency. There's a lot of stuff going on. We haven't moved any money around. It's been so quiet. But Chauncey's a different breed, man. And unfortunately, the Eagles just couldn't get it done. I thought there was a chance, but this really, really upset me. And I'm not mad at Howie. We got so much stuff to do. Hurts' contract, and it won't take effect until 2024, but Hurts' contract comes into place where they have to get that done. And there's a lot of holes with 11 free agents, and could be possibly, obviously 10 now because of Brandon Graham. And if that deal is going to get done, it seems like that's going to work out. But, 25 years old. I mean, Chauncey's a different breed. He was like the Jalen Hurts of this defense in a lot of ways, because, man, this guy's an embodiment of Philadelphia, and it shows through his personality. And it's a friggin' shame. Really is. I was in a really good mood until I heard that news. I'm in a real crappy mood right now. Chauncey is just going to be a beloved favorite. It was just, what makes it worse is that it was such a wasted year because of what we had this past year, and all these guys never got a ring that really, Chauncey switches from nickel to safety, didn't really flash when we got him here, and then, weeks later he got better every single game, and then he was just flawless. The injury came, he came back when we really needed him for the playoffs, and it was great. It's just a real shame this couldn't get done. I don't even know what else to say about it, guys. I know guys in the comment section are going to hate me for, it's a business, Joe. What do you expect? Dude, I'm just speaking from the heart. That's it. Because when you have a guy that's 25, man, this isn't a 28, 29-year-old safety. This is a 25-year-old safety that literally gave you everything he has on the field every single week. Not saying that nobody else does, but this was a building block piece. This is a player you really want to include in your defense and build around. If this is showing me that the Eagles are going cheap on defense this year, I don't know what they're going to do. You know what I mean? Like, what are you going to rely on in your secondary? If Slay's going to be here for one more year, who's going to be the opposite side of, Chauncey Gardner-Johnson when he's not here now? So who's going to take that spot? I know the Eagles have been looking at a lot of safeties, which I've been going over the safety position a lot more now, which I will definitely go a lot deeper into it because now Chauncey is not going to be here. But this just friggin' sucks. I'm just speaking from the heart. This wasn't scripted. I don't know what to really say. It's just I know Eagle fans are going to explode over this. And, and if Howie Roseman, and look, we don't know the details of why we can't sign him. There could have been talks early, and it was already dismissed that Chauncey wasn't going to be here. Like, if Chauncey wants to get paid, like, I can't complain about it. I can't be mad at him, and I can't be mad at Howie. Miles Sanders is going to get paid. I can't be mad at him either. You're coming off a rookie contract. It is what it is. I can't blame the players, and Howie can't sign multi-year huge deals to guys, that, obviously he played well. When guys play well, they get paid big money. That's just the way it goes. That's what you're paying into of how much of a ceiling this guy is going forward with your team, on the roster as a player and what he's going to do for your football team. And Chauncey would have been really good. This was a guy I wanted to retire in Philadelphia. This was a guy I wanted here the rest of his career. Like, I didn't want this guy leaving. You know what I mean? I would have at least tried to make some other moves defensively to free up more space, to do something to try to get him to stay. So, this is I'm not trying to make it a big, emotional thing, but, man, this really sucks. It's a shame. I'm not going to be like, Howie Roseman, you're overrated, but I'm not going to do that because we have a long process here to figure out what the hell the Eagles are doing with this defense, and it's going to be a process going forward. As much as I could sit here complain about it, at the end of the day, business is business. I understand that. I'm just as my opinion of, this is real fucking shitty. And wherever Chauncey, Gardner-Johnson goes, I wish him the best of luck. He deserves to get his money. He deserves to show his spirit on another team and his teammates enjoying him because, trust me, this defense is going to be very, very different next year with a lot of new pieces. From what this is telling me right now, it's going to be a lot of new pieces and what's going on. So I don't want to make a big deal about it, but like I said, Philadelphia is going to implode. It's going to explode on Howie. Fans are going to be pissed, and like I said, I'm not going to be that fan that's going to attack Howie Roseman and say he could, he's overrated. He couldn't get it done. He's not, because of one guy they can't re-sign. I can't say that because I don't know what this whole team is going to look like. Obviously, I could say our cap only takes us so far, and Howie Roseman is very good with it. But who knows? A few months down the road, we might be like, damn, this team looks really good defensively. They have this roster looks pretty good right now. Because this is what happens. What happens is when you start paying players, you got to draft really well. Okay, the Eagles have 2 first-round picks, a second-rounder this year. There's a lot going on, okay? 2 2 first round, 2 guys drafted in the first round is not going to fix his team. It's going to build on this defense, and Sean Desai is going to have his work cut out for him, because I'm telling you right now, like, how do you complement a defense that doesn't have a full loaded roster like they did last year? You're going to have to take chances, and you're going to have to create ways to get pressure on quarterbacks. That's just the way it is. We're going to find out what Sean Desai is all about come this offseason to the regular season, because, we're going to find out real fast what this guy's made of, and how prepared this defense is going to be. Because by the last month of free agency, by the end of this month, if I feel like the Eagles haven't done enough defensively, and I feel like they're pretty much done and they can't spend a lot more money and blah, 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 and we look at the Eagles defense and we're like, man, this roster don't look great, they might have to change their ways going into this draft, and they might have to get as much firepower as they possibly can, because you have an offense right now. You have an offense to do a lot right now. That's the good thing. The good thing, you still have A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith paired up. You have Dallas Goedert. You have the offensive line that's really not garnering any changes besides, I think Kelsey's obviously going to end up staying, but Cam Jurgens moves for Isaac Seumalo in that right guard spot. Miles Sanders is gone. Plenty of running backs in this draft. So your offense is still intact, should be one of the most explosive offenses come this season. But yeah, this defense is going to be, it's going to be younger. It's going to be interesting to see what happens, especially with a new defensive coordinator, which kind of makes it more exciting. So I don't want you guys to feel horrible. You might feel bad for a couple days. You might feel bad for the moment, and I don't blame you, because literally I sat here and I was about to do a whole bunch of draft stuff, and I might not even do draft stuff until tomorrow, because this really punched me in the gut. This really reminded me of the Malcolm Jenkins when they let him go. And it really, really messed me up. You know what I mean? So whatever the case may be, man, like, we're going to find out, like, what this defensive coordinator is all about, what they're doing at safety. Because if you think bringing Marcus Epps is going to fix anything, it's not. Kavon Wallace played some good football this year. Not too bad, to be honest. He made some good plays this year. But is there promise in it? No. Reed Blankenship came in for Chauncey during I think it was the Cowboys game, whatever it was, and really since that game, he played pretty good. I mean, we have a nice sample size from him, but is there anything promising? No, but I think there's something you could build off of. You have to get more competition in the building, and don't just give him the job. He's got to fight for it again. This OTA's training camp, preseason, 100%. This is tough. This is really tough emotionally. It is, because Chauncey is like one of my favorite players on this team, and obviously without him, we missed a heartbeat with this defense. And it sucks. And it sucks losing him at the end. Like, at least if we won a ring and he got a ring, and I could feel much better that he left the Philadelphia Eagles with something, but he didn't, and this defense took a shit on us. This defensive coordinator and Jonathan Gannon literally just sunk the ship without telling anybody that he was going to sink the damn ship, and he did it. So I don't know what they're going to do. We got to have faith. We got to be optimistic, and plenty of you guys won't be. I'll go through the comments. I'll go through the comments and see what everyone has to say, but it's not gonna be positive. I get it. I should be pissed off, but why? He deserves his money, and the Eagles can't afford it right now. $20 million a year. The Eagles can't give that. The Eagles can't even pay Hargrave at $20 million a year, or up 20 a year from him. That's what I'm saying, dude. 11 free agents on your defense, and bringing Brandon Graham back. It's a good move. It's a nice start, but it's nothing promising for the future. It's not a futuristic signing. So I don't know. Defense is it's going to be a brand new defense next year. It's going to be crazy. Oh man, I can't believe this. I'm like, man, I'm so upset. Oh man. Yeah. So Let me know in the comment section below. This is me just I had no plan to. This was just I just had to do this. Simple as that. That's all we had to do. So it's gonna be a rough week. It's gonna be a rough time to get through this week. I understand. Oh, Joe, you're being a big baby about it. Like get over it. Yeah, I know. But this is how I am towards players I really like. This hurts. So that's all I got to say, guys. This defense is going to be brand new. It's going to be ready to go, and we're going to see what Sean Desai is all about. We're going to find out what Howie Roseman has up his sleeve and what they're doing. Because really down the road, like a couple months down the road, we might be like, holy crap, like now we know why Howie did what he did. You never know what we could be saying. Or we're going to say, man, this defense, the roster is not deep. The roster doesn't have a lot of great players, so this Eagles offense is going to have to do a lot of work. And Sean Desai is going to have to really take chances and really sacrifice, his play calling for, to accommodate for not having a fully loaded roster. Because I don't think Howie Roseman is going to be. I don't know if he's going to be able to do it, and I don't think he's going to. I never thought it was going to be a deep roster this year on the defense side of the ball. No, but I figured there would be a couple pieces still here, and they would draft and maybe get some, nice role players in this defense that would really help out. So who knows what's going to happen. Yeah, I'll stop ranting. It's already been like almost 17 minutes. But let me know in the comment section what you guys think about Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. And yes, it's official, guys. It's not BS. It's not rumor. Like, go on Chauncey's Instagram, go on his Twitter. He put out a video saying goodbye to Philadelphia. It's done. It's over with. The Chauncey era is done, and I thank him for all he did. What really just it pisses me off that you trade for a guy, you give up some draft capital, and you get nothing back for it. You got a good year from Chauncey, but you don't get him as an Eagle forever or for the future. Trade for Robert Quinn for a 4th round. He didn't do jack squat the whole year. All right, I got to stop. Yeah, it's unfortunate. 25 years old, and he's out the door. Really, really sucks. Yeah, we'll have more videos on this. We talk about the safety position and other stuff like that. So I will see you guys on the next one. Peace out, guys. Peace. I have nothing else to say. Peace. Sorry.